Can you be content being single forever? Oh wow! I'm sorry, I didn't.
I have yet to be asked. So.
What are you saying, Eduardo?
What I'm trying to say is that I recognize in myself that even though there is potential and there's stuff that you want to do and you sort of like, okay, I would do it like this and that and this and that. That doesn't always happen, and there could be bumps along the way that I guess prevent them from happening, and sometimes that does deter you. And essentially, even though someone has potential, it's still nothing other than that. It's potential. So I do see that in a person and see their potential, but I'm also tend to keep like a more realistic outlook on it. Yeah.
I will now be going to Eduardo for my advice. Jasmine, you have been fired. I'm kidding.
Here's a next little comment / it's not a question, but it's more like a comment. When someone suggests you should get out and meet people, but you love being at home more, do you guys feel with that?
Looks directly at me.
No, I mean, I'm not. No, it was just.
I guess I'll say
we were talking about this recently, a couple of weeks ago, with a person
I can't remember.
in the van
Right.
near where you live.
Sure.
Right.
Right. Yeah, and so I think, speaking as a Christian, it is hard because, let's say you go out and meet people, but sometimes there's a new like activity for Christians, and you want to go. And personally, sometimes I'm conflicted. Like, why am I going there? Do I want to go meet people and have fun, or am I doing this for the Lord? So sometimes that happens to me. So sometimes I have conflicted emotions about that, and so often I just go in and I'm like, okay, I'm doing this for the right reasons, and I go and like, I try. It's not that I don't end up doing it for the right reasons, but I'm always like, what is it called? Doubting myself, second guessing myself. Like, am I still doing this for the right reasons? Because I catch myself like having fun and like talking to a lot of people and meeting other people. I'm like, wait, but I came here for God. But I don't know. So sometimes
I think you're allowed
me.
To do things for God and still have fun.
Yeah.
That's written in the Bible
Absolutely.
somewhere.
Absolutely.
I'm like the living embodiment of that.
Yeah, definitely. But still, sometimes I see myself enjoying more the having fun than like the godly part. I don't know. Like I said, okay, an example of basically, let's say there's Bible study for our young adults group, and it's like, okay, on a Tuesday or something, and I go there to, it's just like actual Bible study, or just to be with my friends another hour of the week. And so oftentimes I would go, and it's not that I don't take the Bible study seriously, but I end up really immersing myself or just losing myself more in, well, I guess in both, but yeah, I'm always just conflicted about these things often. For example, I think one time we were going to go to another church or something. There was an activity.
This was a couple of years ago?
Yeah. It was a while back.
This.
And you wanted me to go. And I remember, like, you just said it was like a youth activity. But I had that in my heart. Like, am I going, if I say yes, am I going because it's like a new place and there's new people and it's exciting? Or am I going because there's more, it's another chance for me to get closer to God? And because I was so in the fence, I always said no. I never actually told you, like, I'm saying no because of this. I would just say, like, no, I have to do this, or I have to do
Why'd
that.
you say no?
I'm just telling you why right now.
Because of that?
Because I was in the fence on exactly, of, like, am I doing this for God, or am I doing this because...
So everything, well...
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay, everything
for me.
Like
well, you
Absolutely.
measuring
You
everything
don't do anything if you're gonna have fun and like not.
It's I can and I do, but a lot of times I'm like, especially in those situations, I'm like,
but doesn't that take you away from like learning something? Because if you go to
And
Bible study, if you go to Bible study and you're going for your friends or whatever, but you still are in the opportunity of learning from these things. If you go to an event and you're gonna have fun with your friends, you still have an opportunity to learn. So I think if your intention is to have fun, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you're okay.
yeah, but I guess to me it's what you're reinforcing. So am I reinforcing the idea that I go to have fun, or like?
But I also feel like it's like, what are you blocking?
I guess, and it's like two sides of not the same coin, but like, yeah, it's I understand what you mean, but still,
you're limiting yourself. But that's my perspective.
Well, I mean, I understand, but for example, I could always do that on my own, like just study the Bible on my own. It's different, I guess, in a friendship with other people, because there's a lot of different perspectives and all these things. But yeah, that's still like sometimes I find myself like, okay, why am I here? And very often, I will think to myself like, why am I doing this? Or why am I feeling this way? So that's just how my brain works. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But then as Christians, when you think about it, of like, am I going to this activity because I'm getting closer to the Lord or anything? It's like, and you're mentioning like, oh, I can do this at home on my own time, but we're also called to help each other grow. So it's like, you're also, by staying home, I guess, kind of not being a part of that. Because we're going to have fun and we're going to talk about whatever, and like the conversation might change, but I feel like when we're in these settings specifically, it's always going to be for edification, like one way or the other.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not edifying. I'm not saying it's not edifying. It's
you have 30 seconds.
Okay, it's that I go into the situation, and why am I going into this situation? So, is it really for the right reason? And so sometimes I'm conflicted about that. Sometimes
just have fun. There you go.
I
Next
know.
question.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're thinking too much.
Yeah.
You're okay. You're just thinking too much.
Yeah.
That's it. Sure. Okay, I'm sorry.
Because your brain. Yeah.
Okay, it's the hair. No air.
Don't blame the dreads.
It's no air coming.
Don't blame the dreads. It's Edward.
That is, yes.
He was like this before the post dread.
Let's answer these questions a little bit. It's a few more questions, then we'll go to the outro. Real quickly.
Right.
Can you be content being single forever?
You know how many times I've been asked this?
Oh wow! I'm sorry. I didn't.
I have yet to be asked. So
will I ever?
I know, right?
Will I be satisfied or happy being single forever? Content being single forever? No, 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 nope. No.
But how are you gonna deal with it if it happens?
It won't happen. It won't happen.
We just talk about. Don't rush into things. Plan ahead.
No,
Make
I'm not.
Sure you know.
I'm not rushing. I just took that like, wow, what a question. Who wants to be? It's not who wanting
like,
to be.
if it does happen, can you be okay with that? Can you die being like, it's okay that I was not married, that I was not.
And then that means if this happens, are you going to be...
I will praise the Lord for whatever happens to me.
Because he might be calling you for eternal singleness.
It could be your calling.
Who?
This podcast might be the gateway.
No, the calling went this way. It went that way. It went that way. I'm sorry. But yeah, can you be content being single forever?
I feel, mostly because my brain is right now. I'm going to be single forever. No, I feel like I'll just enjoy the things I have. And at that time.
Awesome.
I think like straight off the bat, I feel like it would be a process of getting to that.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Like I think I would have to be like, okay, I'm 40. Like,
well, I'm here now.
Yeah.
Like I'm here, and I feel like there's so many opportunities, I guess, within that as well. Like we've joked about it, be the fun Thea, make sure that if you're 100%. Married, have room for me so I can come back from my travels. And then also it's like, I guess like it is a calling. It's like you go into full commitment to serving the Lord. Yeah. But I think it would be that process of like, especially as Latinos, like family is a big thing. Being married is a big thing. So it's like, if that doesn't happen, there'd be that kind of duelo of like, okay, I have to come to accept this. But I think after that, it's like, you can grow to be content with it. Yeah. It's like, you see a lot of people.
Yeah, surprisingly, there's a lot of hermanas at church, you know what I mean?
Maybe I wonder
maybe they're
why.
for you.
I'm like half their age, like way up. I ain't no sugar baby. Oh, how about you, Eduardo?
Yeah, the same thing. It would be hard at first, but I'd come to terms with it. And like I said last time, many times I'm like, when I think of my future, there's not necessarily always someone there. Often I'm just, when I like just daydream, it's just myself doing something, and it's not myself with someone else. And I mean, it's still possible to have a relationship like that where like you're both still very your own individual. It's not the typical relationship, but it still can happen. But I think if were to happen to me, I'd be fine with it. Especially because of what I said, because at the end it's a choice, I guess. Okay, if it wasn't a choice, then but I would still deal with it. I would still be like, okay, well, I guess this is what it's gonna be, and it has its cons. It's so either way, you can find a way to enjoy life either way. So,
amen. Whatever happens, happens. In the name of the Lord, I guess.
I'm gonna have to show him this podcast.
Take your own advice. Here's the video. Like,
you said it yourself.
You said it.
Future me, don't do it. Run away. Okay, last two questions, and we'll get into the verse. This is not mainly on singleness, but this is a general question. Do you trust people easily? I do, very easily. Do you know this? Like,
No.
No?
No.
No?
Why not?
Do you?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just because, I don't know, maybe the way I was raised or whatever it is, but it's just I'm a very closed off person. And it's like, I feel like so many other people are so open, and I've seen their situations of like, they just get hurt so easily. So I think like, it's not a personal thing. It's more of like, I'm looking at my surroundings and I'm growing from these other people's experiences. So I think that's really closed me off. I mean, I think that can also be a reason of why I'm like not intentionally seeking anything too, because I'm just very like, not right now, not at this moment. But yeah, I think it just takes a lot more for me to trust people on that level. But what I've also noticed is that with people that I don't really know, like people from school or work, I can open up so easily. But it's because, I don't know, there's not that sense of like, you know me, you know my past.
Yeah.
You know this, and I think like I've mentioned,
They don't know too much. Yeah,
they don't know too much, and it also stems from this feeling of like people expecting something from me or a certain like person, and I feel like that also plays into the trust of letting you know exactly what I'm feeling or how I think and stuff.
How about you, Kenny?
I feel like I'm an open book. I feel like a lot of people know me,
yeah.
but those who I do trust with my life, I feel like know me.
What
As I'm staring at Jasmine,
Word,
like, it's
word
me.
way up.
I mean, you're somewhere on the list. But yeah, those who I do like trust. Yeah.
Top 50.
Yeah, those who I do trust, they know everything about me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Eduardo?
Come
on, buddy.
I think I do, but at the same time, I don't. I don't know. It's kind of odd. I know, right?
You're
definitely.
I've seen you act with. I mean, not act, but talk to people you don't know, and you like.
Yeah.
Talk to them like
exactly.
open.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's weird. Like
there are certain details that I usually keep out. There's some stuff that I'm very private. Like there's stuff that I don't tell anyone at all. I like keeping personal stuff to myself. Because you know certain things only. There's a lot of things that I don't like to talk about.
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
I know, right? No.
No one actually. Nobody hurt.
And he's like, I can't open my heart.
I do.
He's like, I can't do it.
No.
What did you do there?
That's the interesting part. It seems like I do
Makes
share
sense.
a lot, but there are still some things that I'm like, I can only share this with like maybe one person in my life, and there's a lot of things that not you. What are you talking about? I'm talking about my significant other, or and like my significant other. I think that's the only time that I'll be like 100% myself.
Awesome.
It's not that I'm not like around you guys, but it's different with like it should be at least with that person. So I am very open because I try not to take any actions that I regret. So in that sense, it's easy for me because, like I said, I try to conduct myself in a way that if people find out about this, then I don't really care. So that's why usually I'm very open. And there's details that I don't mind sharing, but there's still certain things that I do keep to myself. Just So in conclusion,
essay.
I no.
Yeah.
But I do trust people easily. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't. I will, but I won't.
Basically,
I'm sorry. Next.
Quick thing though. Do you think it's easier for guys to be more like
Trustworthy?
Yeah.
I mean, to trust. I be able to trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think.
But is it also because maybe you don't share the very vulnerable things? Like you might be very trusting and like sharing things, but you won't go.
Oh no, with guys, like with your for example, this guy Eduardo, good friend Edmir, he will be on soon. Maybe this is just me. I'm an open book, same as Keeney. Like I'll say it like the first day, like whatever. Hey man, like I think you've seen me do this. Like I don't even know know a person or know that person that first day, and I'll just go into it. Like, hey man, what's your advice on this? He's like, whoa, why? Well, because I'm going through it. Like, like I just I want to talk, I guess.
There's no point of hiding it.
No point of hiding it.
Just do it.
That's actually one of the main points. There's no point of hiding it. Like it sort of stays in there.
Yeah.
And I know maybe you could relate. Maybe there's some things you want to get out, but you only say it to certain people, right? Like it bottles in. Oh, this bothered me. Whatever it is. But you only trust a smaller amount of people. Mm-hmm. For me, let's say I'm going into the same situation or problem as you or issue as you. Let's say I can even have this a bigger circle or no circle at all, social circle, or talk to a random stranger in the street. Hey, what's your opinion on this, man? Oh, this, that. Oh, why are you asking? Because I'm going through it. Oh man, yeah. Thank you, man, for talking to me. Next, it's just I want to get it out.
Yeah, when I go through something, that Snapchat, Jasmine, voice memo, whatever, it's immediate. It's
you know what else it is too? I feel like I'm so loved by the people around me and my friends that I also have come to learn that there's things that I shouldn't share just because I wouldn't get like a correct answer in the sense of like if anybody were to do something to me, it'd be straight no. Like this is it. There's no opening. Like we've talked about it. Like
who hurt you? You tell me.
So it would be very defensive in the sense that I would want maybe advice that's very neutral.
Yeah, like counsel or like a counselor.
Yeah. Whereas if I go to my friend, I know they're gonna be like, hate him, kick him out. Yeah, never again.
That's
no
a biased.
Forgiveness.
That's a biased.
So like I feel like there's topics that as we grow, there's topics that as we grow we learn we can't share. And like I think we've talked about it before of like in the future if you have a husband and what happens if he's unfaithful and it's like or like if anything else happens to that relationship, do you go to your friend?
Don't go to
Probably not because I feel like when we love someone so much we don't want them to have to deal with any of this. Whereas if you were to go maybe to someone a little bit more mature or someone in the church, they'd be like, why don't you try to work it out? Whereas if I go to my friend, if I go to my mom, it's like, like you don't treat my child like that. You don't do all these things. So I think like all those things play in my mind that it's like I have such close relationships with these people that it's like I know they want what's best, but at the same time the advice is biased.
It's biased. Yeah. No, that's very key. That's something that I've been going through, talking to close friends, talking to friends that I believe that are in a better position with the Lord, that have they're more still in the Lord, and they have, and I can see the fruit of them, and I take their advice very heavily, which I appreciate, and even older people, the seniors at church that have experienced life, and they don't even know me, and I'll ask them, hey, can I ask you a question? The pastors at church, as well, these always the advice and their opinion usually is around the same area, but it's good to know unbiased positions. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's I think that's the key. Yeah. And so
it's not that I have a hard time asking for advice, but I like to manage things myself. So it's not often
let
go, and I've been talking about surrender.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's worked until now. It's worked until now. I've been in situations.
Okay, it's worked until now. The Lord has given you mercy.
Has it really?
Have you thought about it like that?
And I mean, that's the thing. The ones that
I'm attacking you right now.
The ones that haven't, I do share all my existential dread and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But still, there are certain things that happen that I'll share. I've shared with you some, but it's past. It's after the fact, after me
going through it.
Exactly. And really thinking through it and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And so because I do that pretty often, that's why I feel like I don't share, because there's a lot of circumstances that I go through and I just okay, what do I do about this? And it usually just doesn't trouble me, because I either try to figure it out as soon as possible. So I stop thinking about it. Or when it does, I'm like, okay, I don't have control over the situation if I don't. And so
just wait until you get a girlfriend.
We'll see.
And let's see if you'll answer
pull up
questions
the longing
through
thing.
Absolutely.
Through manifesting
intense longing for marriage.
But that's one thing I've spoken to you and other friends we have spoken to you, and great. No, I appreciate you for what you are doing. Awesome. And it takes a lot of courage to go through what you guys have gone through, to be on this certain path.
Yeah. I know it's that side of the table. Not this side. You guys have gone through.
I know.
Plus, sorry for assuming.
I know.
I'm sorry for assuming. I'm sorry.
Plus, I like to learn from other people's mistakes, so I don't.
That is true. That I know from you.
So yeah, I do I do see other circumstances and what happens here, and I'm like, okay.
No, but it's the same thing like what Matthias said in the first episode.
Of course, you're never prepared.
You're never prepared. Same thing, yeah.
You're never gonna be 100% prepared.
Test,
but still, if you don't study manual, you're even worse, right?
Even worse, yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
So, the better you know the manual, the better time you have. So that's why every situation. Okay, what happens in this situation or this situation or that one?
Yeah. So at least you know.
So you have and then it kicks in. Mm-hmm. But I mean, which is worse than just going in blind.
Yeah. So last little bit of the segment: 5 love languages. Do we know them? Mm-hmm. If we don't, then I will say them right now. The 5 love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and what do you call this? Physical touch.
Oh my
god. What are yours?
Okay.
What
Mine
are your
is,
5 languages?
Quality time.
Quality time. Mm-hmm. Can I ask you why, just a little bit to explain?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I like spending time.
Sorry, that was a very, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just like spending time. I feel like if you take the time out of your day, out of your week to spend personal time with me, that's so valuable, you know? And it's just like, and then I get to know you better, and you get to know me better, and then we could grow together. That's what I like.
Awesome.
Is this quality time?
Yeah.
Gang.
Haven't seen or talked to Carlos in forever, so this is technically quality time with Carlos.
I haven't seen me either, but
I've talked with you.
How about you,
and
Jasmine?
we FaceTimed and stuff. So.
How about what is? You can choose more than one or one. What is your love language?
My top one is acts of service.
Acts of
I
service.
knew that.
Acts of service.
Yeah, because she told you, but I knew that.
Acts of service. Wow. Why do you like acts of service? I mean,
Can I answer that for you?
Mm-hmm.
No, because there comes the biased answer. I'll incorporate it into my answer too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like the person that I am, I'm always working on a lot of things and a lot of projects and always going like here and there. And it's like I'm always so busy and I feel like I stress myself out. Guinea says I put too much on myself and I should say no more often. So the fact that I'm living in this kind of environment, whoever can come in and be like, let me help you with this is like this sense of relief of like, thank you. You're coming along now and like putting your service towards something that we're working towards mutually. So for me, that's kind of like a de-stressor of like, okay, I don't have to carry this all on by myself. It's like someone else is stepping in to be like, let me help you with it.
It literally helps you mentally, emotionally, and literally it could be physically as well. Like, you know, like wow, that's awesome. How about you, Dreads?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, or all five.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Pick one.
If you have more than 3,
All
Just
five.
if you
you.
have all 3, then you got
All
issues.
5 of them. I'm a
More
needy
kidding,
person. Maybe that's why I'm single.
Needy.
No, it's hard to choose. Definitely.
Words of affirmation, quality
all 5,
time,
all
gives,
5 of them.
No,
acts
you
of
gotta
service, or
pick one.
physical touch.
No, there's not
There's
one.
always one that
Pick
you
one.
There's
Absolutely,
you're
okay.
the one that you.
Okay, I'm gonna go by process of elimination. Last one would probably be like gifts. It's not super important to
All
me.
the socks I gave you.
Yeah, but I mean,
He appreciates them, but that's not his
Right,
love
exactly.
language.
Okay, next on the list that I would remove.
He is wearing funny
would
socks.
be-
You'll see
I am,
after.
I am. I'm wearing socks he gave me, so I don't know
Yeah.
what he's talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
cute.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, so what physical touch,
Mhm.
words of affirmation, quality time, and I eliminated gifts or acts of service. Words of affirmation. Okay.
Dang, I didn't think it'd be this stressful for somebody to pick.
No, because
the love language.
yeah, because I think like these are equally important. If you neglect like one of them, then gifts I think can be like neglected, but the other ones it's hard for me to think like.
They're all important.
Right.
We're not saying that. Didn't you take the test?
I did.
What did you get?
I was basically all over the place.
No, but what
No.
did the test
The
say?
test said quality time.
Then there you go.
That's your
Quality
it.
time.
Cut. Thank you for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, come back next week. We did it. We finished. Yeah, quality time. That's awesome. It's funny. I don't know if that can be interpreted.
Interpreted.
Fart moment. Interpreted. Just, do you think that is just for friends as well, female friends, male friends, or just a partner, female partner?
I think in general, right? When this comes, I think in general, like a strong relationship will be, I guess, based on like your main love language, and you'll probably like not require from. Well, I guess to some extent for a strong relationship, you'll require this from the other person, no matter what kind of relationship it is.
What's yours? Cutie. It's because I know his. Oh, right. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry.
Words of affirmation would be mine. Yeah, that's just something I.
Why?
Have you met Carlo?
No, it's not. It's not what you guys think. It's just you know, I just straight out answer. I just want to feel appreciated. You know, it kind of sucks saying that. You know,
I appreciate you, Carlos.
but
You're doing such a good job.
no, thank you. Yeah. That's like a odd one for me. You know, it's growing up in a household and with issues and all that stuff. Everybody has, and I don't know. Just having that I mean, you can get support and quality time, sure, by having that time together. Gifts. How does that support me? I don't know. It could. I mean, if somebody gave me a mic, I mean, that is support. I will use it. Acts of service. I mean, support. But something about words, to me, they make me go. You know. In an example, for
go where?
like no, not like that. Like, Carlos, you're doing great job in soccer or defending. That's my position in soccer. Like, thank you, and that just like more. Like, not that I want more, but it will make me play better. You know, that's just in the sport aspect with friends or whatever. But in a relationship aspect, you know, like, yeah, just feeling appreciated through, you know, yeah, I don't know. That's just words of affirmation. Like, you know, I don't need you to say, "Oh, I love you," 24/7 or anything. Just that, just like, I don't know, just say something. I really, you know, like, I don't like invent something. I don't know, invent it, but you know, yeah, I don't know. That would be it. Yeah. But anyways,
that was a great explanation.
Yeah. I don't know if that was sarcastic.
Perfect.
No, was that sarcastic?
Genuine. I'm always genuine.
Okay.
With you.
All right. So now, thank you for explaining and talking about your love languages, guys. Now, to conclude, the verse is tonight, Matthew 6:33. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Take your time. Don't rush into things. Find the Lord first, and then he will bless you. Simple as that. Amen. Oh, it was easier said than done. Mm-hmm. Of course. We are imperfect humans, which we want things now. But the part is trust in the Lord and wait in his time, not in your own time. Trust him. So that concludes this podcast episode of the Stay Show. I want to say thank you, guys. I love you guys. Thank you, Jasmine. I love you, Jasmine. Thank you, Eduardo. I love you, Eduardo. Thank you, Kini. I love you, Kini. You guys have been great. This has been a funny podcast, a funny video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I would love to have all you guys on the show talk about different things. We can even talk about this same topic with a different group. You know, it's just about having conversations. This is a safe space, and I want to rebound and grow within each other. That is the point of this channel, I suppose, of this video, all the videos, and you know, as friends, to confine in each other, and you know, just talk. Just have conversation. Right? I don't know why you guys are laughing, but yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.
Love is a choice.
Love is a choice?
What?
Love is a choice?
I think I said that last podcast.
What did you say? What did you say?
We're done. Thank you for
Okay,
joining us.
okay,
Turn
bye.
on post notifications. Love ya.
Bye. See you guys next time. Good night and good luck. I guess. Anyways. Dope. All right. So that was fun. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Awesome.
A lot of fun.
Okay, we can conclude the recording.
How long was
Sicko mode.
2 hours and 1 minute.
I'm the Batman. Don't worry.
That's kind of your thing.
And